All right, welcome back to Mind and Magic, where we demystify the occult and discuss all things esoteric. Today, we're going to talk about everyone's favorite monsters, vampires, and how they're actually real. Let's get into it. All right, so the TV was on, and there was an advertisement for the new Interview with the Vampire series, which looks absolutely terrible in my opinion, but I wasn't a fan of the previous movie and books either, so it's no surprise that I wouldn't be interested in this either. But it got me thinking that I should revisit the topic of vampires because it can be and is a major problem in many people's lives. Now, when we think of vampires, we think of the blood-sucking varieties such as Dracula, and they can change into bats. They're immortal, but they have to keep drinking blood in order to sustain them. And they are now creatures of the night who have to remain in darkness and stay out of the sun, which can kill them. Other weaknesses include garlic, stakes through the heart. We are all well versed in vampire lore, so I'm not going to waste any time on that because that's not the type of vampire that we're dealing with. Vampires in real life are known as psychic vampires or energy vampires. And the vast majority of them don't even realize that they're a vampire. They're not even consciously aware that they're feeding off of others. The ones who deliberately feed off of others and possess the know-how to tap into other people's energy and use it for their own purposes are very far and few in between because it takes some considerable skill. And once you have that skill, it usually doesn't make any sense to use it for that purpose, as one would typically progress past those type of concerns and activities. Now, the ones who are typically engaging in energy vampirism are unaware that they're doing so, and they come in a couple different flavors. There's ones who create extreme drama. There's always some kind of crisis going on, and they do their best to get you caught up in it. Then there are those who are just negative about everything. This will tend to drain on you over time. And then there are some who are just quiet and seem halfway normal, but for some reason you just feel tired and drained being around them. And this is because they're feeding on your energy. Now understand, anytime you're interacting with somebody, there is an energy exchange. There's always a give and take. The problem with psychic and energy vampires is that they only take. What they give is hardly of any value. And in the previous examples, they give drama, they give negativity, everything that you don't want, while at the same time they're feeding off of your energy and slurping it down like there's no tomorrow. This is not a healthy exchange. And remember, most energy vampires are not aware that they are. This isn't a conscious action. So it's not their fault. There may be some listening to me right now that are thinking, oh my God, is that me? And it very well may be. Knowing is the first step in getting it under control. Now, the energy transfer is mainly done through one's aura, the energy field generated and surrounding your body. And I've seen thermal FLIR footage of an energy vampire's aura actually reaching out and conjoining with the person across the room, combining with their aura and draining the energy. This is a real thing. And if you've seen my Pisces video, you'll know that Pisces, strong Pisces placements, whether you're a Sun Pisces, Moon Pisces, rising sign Pisces, the sign of Pisces is very susceptible to the energy of other people, particularly energy vampires. Energy vampires can drain a Pisces like nobody's business. So you have to really be on guard for that. In the Laws of Magic Volume 2, which will soon be combined with the original Laws of Magic series, I had gone over permeation and acclimation, which is the phenomenon of energy taking on the energy fields of what it's surrounded by. You know how they say we're all products of the environment? Everything is comprised of energy, frequency, vibration, and when you're around something long enough, you tend to take that energy on. Just like they say that you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around the most because you take on their energy. So you become more like them. Well, environments play into this. The magical forces that you're using will heavily play into this. Say people who invoke demons all the time without adequate protection, especially. tend to start getting a bit dark themselves because that energy is permeating them and then they acclimate to it. And the Laws of Magic Volume 2 is still available if you want to learn more about that specific part of it. But the point is that energy vampires will permeate you much like normal energy does as they're tapping into you, but then they withdraw the energy from you. And this typically tends to leave people very drained, very tired, not feeling all that well. Perhaps you get sick often because you don't have a healthy, stable energy if you're around them all the time. Some energy vampires just want all of your attention because where attention goes, energy flows. So they want you fixated on them all the time so that they can more easily drain you of your energy. And so it's a big problem. They're out there. So what can we do about it? Well, the first thing is putting your shields up. And I've talked about this before on this channel. And I talk about shielding yourself in the protection and defense program. There was even a recent video clip entitled Shields Up that went over this. But the shield is only a stopgap measure if they're always around you, because the shield doesn't last much longer than the time that you consciously maintain it. Once you raise your defenses, they'll be up, but once you take your mind off of it, your shield will slowly fade back to your normal aura. So the best advice that I can give for energy vampires is to just get them out of your life. Now, you could say it's my age or that I know better, but these days I have absolutely zero tolerance for those who cause a lot of drama, are super negative, are always demanding my time and attention, or who are otherwise exhausting and draining to be around. And speaking as a Pisces ascendant, I should have done it decades ago. This may include your family or some of your best friends, and that will make it a lot tougher to do. But if you're going through initiation, you'll become less tolerant of it or be able to handle them better. But it really comes down to keeping away from them as much as possible. And when you do, you'll see how much better your energy is. Your energy levels will be much better when you don't have someone feeding off of you all the time. Now, you may not be able to get completely away from your family altogether. You may only have to put up with the occasional visit once in a while. That's not too bad, but you can't be around it all the time. You can have so much energy drained from you that you do get sick and physically ill. So it is quite important to rid yourself of energy vampires. Otherwise, you're going to be exhausted just putting up your shield all the time and maintaining it. But if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. And it's all covered in the protection and defense program, as I mentioned, which you can get for 15% off using the links in this video only. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me on social media and visit mindandmagic.com for programs and courses. This is Frater Xavier, and I'll see you next time. Take care.